Well, what's up, guys? Welcome into the Funshop podcast with Greg and Ronnie. We are streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. What's up, Greg? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right today, man.
Feeling all right, right? Beautiful, sunshiny Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't as hot today as it's been. Look, I'm not complaining because I grew up in Florida where it was really humid, and you lived in New Jersey, so it could be a lot worse. And this is basically paradise.
Yeah, what a way to start the show. No, it's a beautiful day. It's great. It hasn't been as hot.
Even though right down the street, I actually got coffee with Johnny Ryan this morning. We were walking. Somebody tagged on the wall, "F off."
F off.
But they said F-U-C-K off.
But that one's for the haters.
I was like, well,
F off haters.
I'm just curious, like, who are they talking? Just talking to the world, just like everybody. It's funny. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like the first time I went to go visit my brother in New York, I went down to Coney Island. I was like when I was a teenager, and he saw this guy wearing a shirt that said "fuck the world," and he was so upset. He goes, that's just so nasty. He's just literally saying "fuck you" to everybody. That's so
attitude.
Nasty.
Yeah. Did you say something to him?
No, of course not.
Yeah, of course. He just complained to you.
But I mean, like, I always thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, that is kind of the ultimate, like, fuck the world. It's just like the ultimate fuck you if you're trying.
The ultimate fuck the world is smoking cigarettes indoors.
Oh, okay.
If you really want to say F the world, you just go anywhere indoors and start lighting up and like everyone.
Well, that's why I can't watch period. I hate period pieces that take place in like any time before the 90s, where like people are in a bar, like anywhere, and like no one's smoking, and I'm just like, that's not how life was.
Yeah, that's not a real Scorsese movie if no one's smoking indoors.
Well, real quick, we'll catch up. Saturday was the Hyena Gallery. They had a
the horror show,
or
horror
convention,
right,
up in North Hollywood. That was fun.
You had fun.
Bought a few records for my friend John and
hell yeah,
Bill, and then Sunday was Long Beach, and it was a good Long Beach.
Shout out to Bill. Bill's like my favorite COVID survivor.
Oh yeah, dude. Every time I see him, I'm like, thank God he's here.
Yeah.
But we might as well we have a special guest today.
We do.
Who Mike Hickey, otherwise known as Major Entertainer. I was kind of waiting for you.
Thank you for your service.
Oh,
Major.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming. So, all right, I just got to say the backstory. So, we haven't talked in like. Well, I mean, we're Facebook friends, so we kind of see each other, and obviously...
Right. But very little, I would say, because Facebook is kind of a little bit of a dust bowl.
But, like, I've seen you and, like, your wife, like, pop up, so it's like, I kind of, I'm reminded of you. Right?
And same, I'm reminded
with
with your funny eBay interaction posts.
Oh, I'm glad you like that.
Of course I do.
One guy
those are pretty... Yeah, I know. Now, a few people think they're funny. But okay, so I don't know if this is how you're here, though. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay.
So Ronnie and I got obsessed with Ike's, the sandwich shop.
Oh,
have you ever been to Ike's?
No.
Why are we talking about it then?
No, well, we got to let me get there.
Oh, okay.
It's about you guys.
So I go to
Love Ike's sandwiches.
I go to Ike's the other day by myself, the one in Burbank, and I place my order, and it's literally as soon as the order finishes, they're like, Greg. And I was like, and it was Greg Turkington.
Oh, whoa.
And so I've probably seen him more than I've seen you. And
he's out and about more, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I think he was there with like his family, and we were just, he's a vegan as well. Mm-hmm. So we were just talking about how
Who's
good the
Greg
sandwiches.
Turpentine?
Neil Hamburger.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were getting like sandwiches. Why are you getting hamburgers now? Sorry.
I mean, he's kind of like a big deal now, since he was an Ant-Man, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Shout out Baskin Robbins.
So I was like, man, like... So then it's like, I was like, I haven't seen... So it made me obviously think of you right away, because then is like the first time I think we met, you were opening for Neil Hamburger, the act.
Yes.
Like you do a lot.
In Brooklyn, and we went and got some soup somewhere or something.
No, I think we went to like a vegan... Like it was just cool because like Greg, I guess Neil, like he was like I think hearing his CD when I was like in like 19 or something, like I was in college, like it was just so absurd.
Yeah.
It like kind of brought me into this world that I like didn't know existed.
Right, me too.
And then
I'm still there.
yeah, and you're still there. So I was like, man, I was like, I know you're local, and I mean, you're a musician, so I know, look.
Roughly. I mean, I hang around with musicians.
But, I was like, it'd just be fun. I haven't caught up, but instead of like us having a coffee or something, I was like, just come on the podcast. And you were like, okay.
It's so funny because like right when you asked, I mean, I sensed your energy was like my energy. It's like, yeah, haven't seen you in 8 years, maybe not. Let's do it.
I mean, you are a major entertainer, so I know you're fine, to talk and you'd have things to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I called the act major entertainer, I was kind of like, it's that thing where like Salvador Dali said, if you call yourself a genius enough times, you become one.
Right.
And I thought that, it's kind of like, I'll tell people that I'm a major entertainer, but even I don't believe it anymore.
I've been calling myself a piece of shit for years. And that's
it sunk in. Yeah. It sunk in. It took.
It works.
Yeah, it's like that. Who is that? You probably know because you know all these guys. Who was the comic who wore the hat that said "World Famous"? I haven't seen him in a while. But remember, he used to always have glasses, like kind of curly hair. He wore like a trucker hat that said "World Famous."
Nardwar.
No.
I don't. I know who Nardwar is, but I can't remember the world famous guy.
But it was almost like the same type of. I don't want to say gag, but
okay.
Like you know what I mean. Like this sort of. It's kind of a statement, but it's also like your hope and dream. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing funnier than raw honesty.
Yeah, I think
no matter how embarrassing.
Well, yeah, tell me about it. I mean, that's why I was saying if you watched any episodes, I was just hoping you didn't watch the depressed episode.
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Don't watch that one.
Okay.
It's been strucken from the.
It's been strucken. So you brought. I want to get to what you've been doing and what you're doing now.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
So you brought a record.
So yeah, I mean, I've got a new record coming out in a few weeks. I just got the pressing in hand. Am I showing this camera?
Yeah.
Show that.
So it's the new major entertainer single. It's a 2-song, Sleepy Weepy on side A, my ode to insomnia.
Okay.
And I Can't Scream on side B, which is a pretty elaborate. It's another story of where I'm at, where I came from, and where I'm at.
Awesome.
I can't scream.
And where can people get that?
Well, when it comes out, they can pick it up from me at any live show.
Okay.
Or on Bandcamp, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll ship them out promptly. It's a.
How much is a 7-inch these days?
That I have yet to decide on, but they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, I was
pink transparent
clear,
pink vinyl.
Pink transparent.
Yeah, the thing is,
nice.
so
it's a 33 or 45.
It's a 45 RPM.
Very cool.
Now the thing is, with pressing vinyl, it's like I've got a major entertainer 12-inch, like a full size.
Sure,
impressive.
And that came out like maybe almost 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And since then, I've done a bunch of lathe cut singles, which are, do you know what the lathe cut records are?
Is that the stuff that's, explain it, because I'm going to make something up that I don't know.
So with a lathe cut record, they're cut one by one. So like I give the guy here's the tape, put this on the record, and they put a needle on the record and they cut it.
Okay.
So you do them in limited quantities.
So it's almost like a acetate.
Exactly.
In a way.
So any stupid, bad joke, any 5-minute gag, any silly idea that, you don't want to press on 500 vinyl, you could put on a lathe. You can make one of them, you can make 10 of them, you can make 25. So I've been making these editions of 25 and 50 lathe cuts for years. And that way I'm kind of all of my silly ideas that I want to release, but I don't want to invest heavily into.
Yeah.
I could just put them out on a lathe, sell them to the 50 people who might want them, and it's just a much smaller stakes. But then I wrote 2 super elaborate pop songs, and I hired the most incredible producer, this guy Jason Schimmel, who's kind of like a virtuoso musician.
Wow.
And an amazing producer. So I go to him with my melodies and my ideas and my rough demos. And Jason, being the genius that he is, just develops it into something that is just holy shit. I can't even keep up anymore,
Wow.
know? This started as one thing, and then he just transforms it into the most incredible. So, and then I got on this one. I got David Kendrick to play drums, and Kendrick was the drummer in. He was in a band called Gleaming Spires.
Okay.
And you know them. Are you ready for the Sex Girls from Revenge of the Nerds?
Fuck yeah.
And The Last American Virgin. But then he was hired to play in Sparks through like their 80s K-rock phase, like the super poppy, like popular American rock band Sparks.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that deal, he ended up in Devo for a few albums.
Oh, wow.
So now he's on the Major Entertainers
That's
Sleepy
amazing.
Weepy single.
Heck yeah.
Incredible.
Hey, quick
dude.
question about the lathe cuts and then the pressings. Which one has better quality, sound quality?
The vinyl, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Like the lathe cut records, there's a lot of different people doing it. There's it's a pretty old technology.
Okay.
And then some people have like newer machines, but it's kind of like a little industry where like a lot of noise artists will use lathe cuts because like there's little to no demand for that.
Yeah.
Right. But no, it's like
They probably like it shittier.
Exactly.
Anyway, it helps it sound worse.
I mean, for me, I love the low stakes. I just the stupidest like you could put 5 minutes of this on a lathe cut record, and
Right.
it would it wouldn't be a big investment. You'd just be like, okay, now we got 5 copies of my interview, right?
But what is what does something like that cost though?
To make,
Yeah.
it depends. Is it a one-sider or a two-sider? Is it square? Is it circle? There's a lot of options.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
it's usually 10 to 12 per record.
Oh, so then you like sell it for 20.
Sell it
bucks
for
or
20 or
30.
25, whatever,
Yeah, 20,
whatever
25
you
bucks,
think you
right.
can get.
Yeah.
And like I said, for me, I just love the low stakes. I love the silly ideas. But then a thing like this, my point is that putting this out is like a big financial, so it sounds better.
This is so
This is the
not
real
big
thing.
Vinyl.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
This is big
get it.
investment.
I get it.
And it's weird too, because like normally I'm super stoked for a new release,
Right.
especially the lathes. And then when I put in the order for this, I just sat there going, "Oh God, they're coming!
Yeah.
They're coming! I gotta sell these now."
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh shit! It's just art, It's like this is my art, but now it's like a big financial investment kind
Gotta
of
get into
art.
like sales mode.
Yeah,
Gotta move
and that as
No.
we were talking before the show, like I'm not a business person.
No.
I'm only about the creative stuff.
But I'll say this, man. I think I've just sort of decided that I'm probably just gonna have to do a lot of shit myself for the rest of my life, regardless of like where I am.
Yeah, it's
And
better
so-
that way.
And it's better that way, and I think it's like it just takes some time. You can't be so hard on yourself, and just like, because that's, dude, trust me, like for the past, I don't know however many months it's been, because I was telling you the story before, I was like, I lost the paycheck, and it's like, okay, how do I make all this work? My wife's back in school. It's like, it's a lot. It was a lot. And then it's like realizing like, okay, like it's almost like going back to the like basics, like making a schedule, like, thinking about things that you have to do and just sort of turning it into just a part of the day rather than like something that you like, I don't, it's like I'm getting like trauma, like, cause dude, I had like 13,000 items on my eBay. And then I brought it down to like 8,000, then 4,000, and now I have 1,000 because I realized like I was making more money in a sense, but I was like losing my mind because I was unorganized and I couldn't find anything. So it would like just ruin my entire day.
Right.
And I had to like realize like, okay, like I can't, like what can I do to not allow that? So it was like, it's like drastic, dramatic changes that it's like a whole new lifestyle, but you just got to give yourself like time.
I was wondering, is eBay the main place that you sell your stuff?
So it has been, but it's become like I'm trying to look for other options.
Right.
So I've been doing more of in-person book fairs. Like,
oh yeah,
I started doing like the rare book fair. There's actually one coming up in October. If you're in town, like you guys should come. I'll put you on the list.
Oh
and
yeah, I love going to those.
Yeah, and this one, I don't know if this is going to be is it their third or fourth one? the Union Station one.
Oh, that I don't even know.
So I think this is their fourth.
Yeah.
So they basically take over at Union Station. There's the old ticket counter,
That sounds
beautiful
awesome.
room, and yeah, last year they've just been doing these like really cool like collaborations. Like last year they did one for like the new Frankenstein movie with Guillermo del Toro. And then this year they're doing it's like an interview with a vampire theme. And I think they're getting like, what's her name? Like Anne Rice's son or something. But anyways, like that's a cool thing because it's very curated. It's like high end, you know, it's like I sold like a notebook there for like $4,000, like a hand-drawn notebook for like $4,000.
Well, what was who was the artist or what was the significance?
Oh, it was just somebody that was like, I think it was like 1950. It was the year of the Korean War. And like every day he was writing something in the news and then drawing this like beautiful, like kind of watercolor of the event. Okay. And he literally did it every day.
It was just some private citizen?
Somebody's like private citizen.
Wow.
Maybe he might have went to Korea because like when the Korea War starts, it kind of like teeters off.
Okay.
So he may or may not have been in the service, but it was just somebody who just had this idea that they were gonna like, hey, I'm gonna buy a notebook. Maybe he had multiple notebooks. I don't know. But this one year, he decided he was gonna do and it was like incredible.
Wow.
You know, and you got to think like so much, you know, it's like, and you just forget how much stuff happened in the 50s like that.
Yeah.
Even. It's just, everything's kind of amazing.
Did you set the price and eventually just the right buyer came along or was it like no price?
Well, that's one of the things that's been harder, like becoming sort of a book dealer or a dealer that deals more in like, you know, items that you can't really, they don't really have a price because they're one of a kind.
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge for me because I feel like sometimes I've been like really high. But then in this case, I just thought like, to me, 5,000 sounded like a good number. Mm-hmm. And then in that world, you don't have to, but it's sort of like an unwritten rule that you have to give other dealers 20%. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the guy who bought it, you know, owned a bookstore. So he was like, you know, do you do dealer's discount?
Okay.
And so he actually came back the next day and bought it. Like,
And then is he going to resell it?
Well, it was funny because he said the same thing that I thought, which is like, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I just think it's so like special that like, I just want it.
Yeah.
And I totally understood because I think like, that's exactly how I saw it. Like, it was just like when I actually, cause I bought it from somebody, he just sent me photos on the phone. And when I got it in hand, it like was kind of like, it was like emotional, like how incredible it was. And like how just, you know, much like effort this guy put into it and stuff. But
Yeah.
how do you get someone else to be excited as you are for something that's so special?
I don't think you can get them to. I think they're either going to feel it or they're not.
Right.
And the guy that you saw, he saw what it was.
Right.
I was like,
So,
wow.
Well, that and the book fair is where you can put a price on there where somebody's like, yeah, that's like, you know, you can't bring that thing to the flea market.
Yeah.
You know, at the flea market, it's like a couple $100s, right? Maybe it's 500, right? Or, you know, but there's like certain environments. So I like that because I get to curate, you know, stuff. And then, I don't know, I'm working with Potter and Potter, which I talked to you a little bit about. Like tomorrow is it's called Glimpses. It's a photo auction that my buddy Eric and I curated.
Is that the gay stuff?
Yeah, lots of there is actually like it's called Human Sexuality, Ronnie.
Ever heard of it?
Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
No, but I mean like any of the gay interest is like very hot because
Right.
it just doesn't
Very hot.
Well, it is, you know, hey, look, man, I'm not attracted to the male human body. Like, I think we're pretty ugly, but there are some men that look better than other men for sure. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's like,
Asian men.
but no, there's just as there's like female, you know, just as there's female nudes,
Yeah.
there's also male nudes.
Yeah.
And, you know, eBay doesn't do, you know, a lot of people don't know it, but they don't allow adult material anymore because they changed their credit card processor.
I knew
And
that.
so the credit card, you know, and there's certain credit card processors, that's just the way it is.
So stupid.
Yeah. So, you know, that stuff kind of always has a premium, and then because you can't buy it anywhere, and so luckily the auction house was like, he's like, yeah, we could sell it, so
Cool.
but there's my thing I'm most excited about is I have these snapshots of Jack Johnson. Do you know the fighter?
Okay.
He was like the first like African American like championship fighter, I think, in the U.S. I think so. But I have like these candid snapshots of him, which are it's like kind of having snapshots of like Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It's like just.
I mean, anything casual from that era, like, yeah, like we need to get this.
Yeah, but especially at a time when just cameras weren't as.
Yeah.
Do you know if he started off as a slave?
I don't
It was
know.
like that far back? He's not.
No,
that
it was like
far
the
back,
night.
right?
I think it was like the 18. I mean, he probably was like the son of a slave.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Then his dad. Then, all right.
Yeah, probably.
Greg,
Interesting.
if you're doing, so you're doing rare book fairs,
Yeah,
and you're selling like old lots of interesting paper stuff,
yeah.
and the gay interest stuff you were just talking
Yeah.
about. A lot of this intersects. Are you familiar with Ed Wood's literary output? Edward D. Wood, the director.
Yeah.
Did you know that he did a whole bunch of novels in the 70s? Like kind of when his film career was like really on the low, he was hired by a lot of different pulp novels and magazines, and he would just do novel, and they're out there. They sell. There's like a total market for
I
those.
think I had. Anyways, keep talking.
I was just curious if that was something that you would come across in your searches.
Yeah, no,
You're asking
dude.
about his writings or his photo?
Well, I was
dude,
wondering if
I-
Greg knew about his novels or if he
novels.
dealt them.
Not
Gotcha,
only
gotcha.
that, but recently, like 6 months ago, I found. I think it's Hell's Chicks, which is one of the Ed Wood books.
Yeah, well, he had a few like Hell Chicks. Or
I think it's Hell Chicks or
Okay.
Hell's Chicks. And I actually found it at a local flea market on a table for like basically free. Wow. And I posted it and I was going to keep it. And then a book dealer in, I can't remember where they are. I think they're in Europe somewhere. They had asked me if it was for sale. And unfortunately, man, it's like, we were talking about this, but not yet. It's like since becoming sort of a full-time dealer right now, like I have to be selling things and I have too much stuff for myself, and so it has to be something like really, really good. And I've had to train myself to like put stuff down at the flea market and stuff, so, sorry.
Did you let those European buyers get that book from you?
So I let them get the book from me because, it was hundreds of dollars.
I'm really curious what country they were from.
Yeah, but it was like,
where are the
it was
Ed Wood
hundreds of
fans?
dollars, and so it was like
For them.
Yeah. So it's like, do I need this book or do I need
Yeah, you need $250
or whatever it was?
times or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's exactly the type of stuff I'm looking for, and I think I do really like the storytelling aspect of it, even if it's a short story. I just like and I also like the idea of like sort of bringing archives of people that had interesting lives or jobs or fetishes or and it's kind of good too because I think now generation wise the younger generation they're attracted to physical items again.
Yeah.
So
That seems to be a real thing that you can sort of sense or feel.
Yeah, 100%. And so, I've said this story, but I do this little paper show. It's like I love it. It's you should come out. It's I think it's in September. It's in Arcadia.
Okay.
At the Masonic Lodge on Duarte.
Sounds amazing.
And it's a paper and postcard show, and I've been doing it for years now. And I don't know, dude. It's
September 13th, 14th.
September 13th, 14th. But
I'll be on tour.
Oh, that's right. Oh man. Well, we'll.
Is it just in the U.S. or how far are you traveling?
It's just a week long.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
the American South.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you gonna go?
Can I look it up?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't care.
American South. I'm thinking like like Nashville,
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yes,
Nashville.
Right.
Exactly.
Atlanta, maybe.
Yeah, what the hell? We'll get these out. I'll be September 9th. Okay, we're going to Birmingham. So this is Major Entertainer with Neil Hamburger.
Okay.
Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, and Memphis, Tennessee. And that's all in September.
I think wasn't that like the whole civil rights march?
Yeah.
Was like basically.
When are you guys in Atlanta?
That's awesome, man.
That will be Thursday, September 10th at the Earl. And I haven't been touring as much the last year, so I'm pretty anxious to get back out there.
I think that whole week I'll be in Taiwan.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm like, man, I'm looking for another excuse to go back to Atlanta. I want to go to the, what was it, the Magic Room? Or what was the strip club that we're right near?
Oh, Magic City.
Magic City,
Yeah, we didn't go.
I'm like, man, I would try to go there and drag these two along. Take the Hamburger Man and the Entertainer to Magic City.
You got to listen. I don't think you've ever listened to Neil Hamburger.
No, but I've seen Ant-Man.
Yeah,
then you got it.
You got it. You got the. You've basically listened to the whole catalog.
Like I already know. I learned today. It's like my 6 degrees of separation from like Paul Rudd and like Revenge of the Nerds is like gotten a lot smaller.
Right. Yes.
I'm like,
Oh man. So So I asked you. I was like, "Do you collect?" And you said you're basically reformed. So tell me about that.
Kind of reformed.
Yeah.
But then I come into a place like this. I mean, I know the cameras aren't capturing 360.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just so fun to see
it's
your
ridiculous.
space. And also, it's not just that you have, like, a bunch of neat stuff, but you've got, like, the coolest stuff. Like, it's... You know, it's well chosen. Yeah, Hugo, Man of a Thousand Faces.
Yeah, of course.
Brilliant, beautiful.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's really fun.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and I was deeply into comic books, toys, cartoons, all that stuff. And eventually that turned into horror movies as 11, 12.
Sure.
But, there was always so much to collect or I want that comic. I want that Fangoria. I want that Famous Monsters. I want all the VHS tapes. Now I want all the DVDs. Now I want all the one sheets. And eventually you're 30, she's young, and you've got more stuff than you could fit in a house. You know what I mean? So now I'm much, much older, and I live in a small bungalow in Las Feliz with my wife. And like I was telling you before the show, even a one book is like, oh my God, how do I bring this in the house? Because where am I going to put it? I'm going to have to rearrange all this. And it just becomes kind of stressful. But yeah, so I stopped buying things obsessively probably 15 years ago. And I still get stuff. I mean, I probably buy more stuff than most people, but I have to really, really, really want it. And I prefer it to be stuff that I can use. So, like, I'm not so much of a record collector, but if there's a record that, like, I know I'm going to listen to this and enjoy this for the rest of my life, I want to own it. And so I do. And I'm still buying, I'm buying gorgeous reissues from British labels that cost $100 and the shipping. Okay. But, we're talking, one every 6 months,
Gotcha.
not once a week. And then I get the thing, and I slip it in, and I just feel a little bit better now. But yeah, I had to stop myself and also companies were putting out more and more cool stuff, and it just became cheaper. And you go into, just think of anything that you ever liked, and there's probably 10 different versions of the action figures.
Yeah.
And they're all beautiful. All those shops in Burbank that have all that the horror stuff and
of course, yeah. Especially now, because that's the stuff we wish they made when we were young.
Exactly. And I feel like that they're literally manufacturing shit for 45, 55-year-old men who weren't buying this stuff because it didn't exist. I used to make this stuff out of Play-Doh.
Dude, I could literally dress like Chucky. I could wear a Chucky costume every day if I wanted to.
Yeah. So it's almost like the more available it became, it was overwhelming, and it became easier to resist. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense.
It's everywhere.
It makes total sense. It's just too much shit.
Too much shit. But now, I'll buy original artwork when I just have a chance, and it's now or never.
Right.
And weirdly, One of my favorite things that I got, it was so incredible. So Tomato Duplanty was
Yeah.
the lead singer of the Screamers.
Sure.
And, after that band, he became a painter and an artist. And he was moving all around the country, had art shows. And I guess an old friend of his, or maybe it was an ex-boyfriend, I couldn't tell, maybe about 9 years ago, put up a post in a Screamers group on Facebook. I have a whole bunch of Tomato drawings that I'm selling. And he just posted tons of photographs of ballpoint pen drawings by Tomato Duplanty. He's like, I've got tons.
Yeah.
And he was selling them for like nothing,
Yeah.
like 30, 40 bucks each. I wrote him like, I'd love to buy one of these, this one. And he sends me a blank envelope. And I said, there was nothing in the envelope. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to put it in. So a few days later, he sent me that one plus another one. So now I've got 2 original Tomato Duplanty drawings. And that's my original art for the year, that year. I thought that's really cool. I recently bought a Rick Veitch. He'd sell comic books on his personal Facebook that he would draw on the covers. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
so it'd be like a Swamp Thing comic, and then he would draw Swamp Thing on the cover using these like color markers. And I don't know. I get pretty stoked about that.
No, it's cool. Cool. It's cool you're saying that because I think that's something that is important. People always people always want to know like what's the next thing that's gonna be collectible, and like to me, like you can never go wrong with like original art. You can never go wrong with
Firearms.
Yes, no. But it's like, because I think we've all probably have let things pass us by, like, thinking about like when, you could see certain people at Comic-Con and they would be there year after year and like they pass away and you're like, oh, I never got, whatever. I remember like, even like thinking about like Rob Liefeld. I mean, he always kind of had a line, but like not like now, he did Deadpool.
Okay.
So, sorry. I'm like totally
That's okay. But when you brought up like the death, I was thinking about us,
right.
the collectors or reformed collectors.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I think about. It's just like, oh, this is beautiful. Like some gorgeous toy. I'm going to put this on a shelf and enjoy it for 20 years and then I'm going to be dead.
No, dude.
like, do I need this piece of, I don't know. I've got a lot of beautiful plastic already. No, but I do think about just like, where's this all going? But that's my midlife crisis coming
Yeah,
out.
I think so. But that's also, as like a dealer now, I have to be like, well, everything's for sale.
Yeah.
And I think even saying how like it's all cool stuff, it is really cool stuff. But the way I look at it now, it's like, oh, like you bought this, and then it's like, okay, I just put the next thing there after you bought it, and it's something totally different, but it sort of like fits in.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to be like super attached to anything. Like
Right.
I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm willing to almost let anything go, but it just might not be for sale right now, or you have to come to a
Definitely.
certain number.
Yeah.
And some people have come with certain numbers and I've sold stuff but I don't regret any of it just because I'm like, I know I could sell everything in here tomorrow and give me another few months, I'll have it filled up again.
Yeah.
There's just so much stuff available.
So much stuff. Here's another point on this is when I was talking about buying things that like I can use, like a record or whatever. So here's something. I wouldn't call myself a collector of this at all because they're tools, but I've been putting more money, and it feels like buying art, into boutique synthesizers. And when I say boutique synthesizers, I mean a really small operation, just like a guy in a room. And he designs and comes up with synthesizers, just basically electronic machines that, there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of just incredible stuff. And I've gotten gotten in that world a little too much where now if something's, that's only $500, that's all.
Right.
Like,
that's the word.
I got to get it. Like 500 just seems like nothing.
Right.
And so, but when I'm buying, like I've spent an embarrassing amount of money, but I feel like a few things. One, I am buying a tool that I'm going to use hours a day, every day, and
Sure.
I do. I'm supporting these artists who are coming up with the most like just weird stuff, and they're selling like handfuls of this stuff, probably
Sure.
hundreds at the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I basically got a lab in one corner of my place that's
Just
just
with
like
all crazy
just
handmade.
it's what you would have dreamed of as a teenager. It's like beep beep. Like I've got a science fiction machine in my house. It's literally just every weird sound you'd ever want, and you can change them.
Yeah.
You can patch them. No, it's something that I've gotten so deep into.
Yeah, it's funny because I have random things like that around where like I bought some pedal because they put like this kind of famous error card, the Billy Ripken fuckface card. Do you know that one?
Mm-mm.
So it's
Picture of a guy holding a bat.
It's Billy Ripken holding
And it's inside
a bat.
of a machine?
No,
It
it's
was-
a baseball card.
It's a baseball card. And so they just put the baseball card on the pedal.
Oh,
So
okay.
they were calling the pedal the fuck face or something.
Okay.
Yeah, the bottom of the bat,
Yeah.
it said fuck face. It should have been edited out.
And
but
so
then
nobody
you catch
noticed
it.
it. So when they originally put out the card, it was like 87 Fleer.
So
I
this
believe.
this guy found a bass pedal with that image on it. And
This guy put out like whatever he was
Oh,
doing
is that bass pedal?
different releases of pedals,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
You had to have
he
that
did
one.
one called the fuck face, and then put it on there. And so but I look at the same way where it's a thing where it's like it's clever, and I could so I also think like, well, I could potentially sell it to like a weirdo baseball card collector.
Mm-hmm.
That like, because like people love that card, and there's also, it's kind of an amazing card because like they freaked out so much that there's all these different error versions. So there's like a white scribble, then there's like a black box, and then there's one that's like something else. So there's like all these different
Like where they're basically
where they're
covering it or whatever?
trying to cover it, because it's like this came from like sort of the beginning of the junk wax era, as they call it, where they just started making like thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of baseball cards, and then it just fell apart. So, but yeah, dude, that's awesome. I love that you're into that, because I think I mean, it's always great to support other artists, which is something too that I like. I think it also attracts the sort of like book dealing attracts me to it, because I feel like I'm at a point now where like, the dealers that you work with, it's like everyone sort of helps each other out, like, I'll watch a guy buy a book for like, an album for like 300. Like he'll be writing, like it happened to me like a couple months ago, like guy brought in a book, showed it to one of my dealer friends. I was about to leave the booth. He's like, hold on. So I hear him make a deal for 300. And then, and it's funny because he's talking to the guy and he's like, yeah, this is pretty good, but like, I don't know. It might take a while to find the right person. And the guy's like, all right, give me $300. And then he literally turns around and is like, here, Greg, you want to buy this? And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, well, how much are you going to give me? I'm like, well, 600. And he's like, that's all? And I'm like, dude, you're doubling your money in like 10 seconds. Like,
Did you not know the record was there?
What's that?
Did you not know the record was there? You could have bought it for 300.
Oh no, it wasn't not a record album. It was a photo album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My bad.
But you
it was
didn't see it first.
Well, no. It was another dealer bringing it to him.
okay.
Right, okay.
So this dealer was like, "Hey, I found this. I don't deal in this stuff."
Right.
And he's like, maybe you do. And he's bought it for 300, and he sold it to me for 600, and then I sold it for 1500.
No shit.
And yeah, I sold it for 1500.
Was it a porno thing?
No, it's just like a historical, like World War II album.
boring.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you know how to do that, though. Like that you know where to go with this stuff.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a skill that I've sort of honed and attained, and it's like the first time that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like really good at this.
Yeah.
And it's like weird because I don't not that but I don't brag or boast, and like part of the podcast is like I want people to like I want to learn shit, and I want people to learn things from what I learned. And, it's like I talk a lot about like like etiquette at the flea market and stuff, and I kind of did a little bit of a faux pas this past weekend. I don't know. There's a lot of people that like kind of like you sort of stay in your lane, right? Like they know now, like I'm kind of the paper and photo guy, and there's like guys that are like the toy guys, and there's guys that are like, you know, the musical instrument guy. And so just by happenstance, I got in front of some records with some like pretty big like record guys, and you know, you could tell there was a little like, what's this guy doing here? But it just
Like you're not even supposed to look?
I mean, I don't look at records just because I know that there's a lot of record dudes and they're all there. Like I get to every flea market like at 5:30, if not earlier, but generally like 5:30. And it's like the first guys that are always there, like record guys and like jewelry guys are like the guys that are like always there, and like music guys and art guys. But you know, it's like there's certain people that you see, and so it's like you kind of like, I don't know, but that doesn't mean that if I don't see a nice piece of art, or you know, I might walk to a table first, and if like if I see like a Black Flag record, you know, as the first record, it's like, oh wow, this might be good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was just
Of course, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Totally
so
know
it
what
was
you
just like circumstance, and I got a couple good records though. But I told my friend John, and I could tell he wasn't even there, so I don't care. So he was a little he was just like, I just think he was bummed that, like not bummed, but like I could see it in his eyes, like, man, like stay in your lane, dude. Like you don't need to be getting into records. But I did find the first Genesis record, which I guess is pretty rare. It's like came out in 1969.
Okay.
And it was called From Genesis to Revelation, which I never knew. And
You still got it, or you sell it already?
it's on eBay.
Nice.
And I got a signed Genesis record.
Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins was in that band together
Yeah.
back then. That's crazy.
All
Yeah.
I know about them. That
Yeah.
and Invisible Touch.
Oh yeah, that was big when we were.
That was Genesis, or is that just Phil Collins?
I think it's Genesis.
I think that was like the end, like the last.
Or was it? Did they get back together? I don't know. It might have
I
been.
don't know.
Phil
I don't know. I
Collins.
don't know the story of. Yeah, it could have been.
They did do a music video when I was a kid, and I didn't like it.
Why? What was it? I can't remember what the video was.
For Invisible Touch?
No, it was a Genesis song. I don't know what it was.
Oh.
It might have been Invisible Touch. It might have been something with puppets.
Oh, they did the what's it called? Spitting Image.
Right. That was Genesis,
Yeah,
right?
that was Genesis. Where it's like Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan. They look so they look so gross. Like everyone looks like really like.
They're puppets?
You
Yes.
remember it? Spitting Image.
That's before
They had
his
like
time.
the big no.
I'll have to Google it later.
You'll know it.
Yeah, probably, but I...
They had there was like that was that Genesis video. Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember how it goes, but
neither.
it's like dun, 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 dun.
It's okay, I'll Google it.
Yeah, and then and they turn into puppets, but they get out of the water and they're like all slimy.
You found the record for that?
No. He's just saying that like Genesis as a kid's like scarred him because he saw that video
okay.
with the creepy puppets.
All right.
You know,
I thought you found
a lot
record
of the
for
sort
that
of beloved, deadly serious, acts of the early 70s had turned to total joke level by like 1985. And we're seeing all their videos. I'm just like, this Genesis sucks.
Yeah.
Who's this guy from the Beatles? He sucks. George Harrison, he sucks.
one.
Yeah.
What was that horrible song? Some horrible song
I
he
feel
did.
like
George
that time was
Harrison.
that time was weird. If you weren't Michael Jackson, you were just everybody else. I feel like in the 80s, at that time, like 85, it was like Michael Jackson or
Yeah.
you're garbage.
Yeah.
But
You know what sucks
these fucking old dudes and their shitty music videos.
Yeah.
You used to be in a band called the Beatles that everyone likes. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
They were
dude.
just looking for stuff from the future in the 80s. That's what it felt like. As a kid, you just want stuff from the future.
I hated when the monkeys dressed up in fluorescent clothes because it was the 80s. I hated that.
Yeah. I
That
think
was
everyone did.
actually another
We didn't want campy stuff. We wanted like futuristic,
They were trying to be current.
that's another rare record I got was a sealed copy of Hope, the Monkees movie.
Oh, Head?
Head, my bad. Not Hope. Head. Yeah.
Head.
The Monkees made a movie
Yeah.
other than the horrible TV show.
Yeah, it's called Head. It's
Head.
like super psychedelic.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's got the most incredible song. The music video is from the movie. It's called Porpoise Song. Check it out.
You found a
Killer.
copy of it?
I found a copy of it, but it's sealed, so I got to sell it. 'cause
Nah,
it's super...
we should eat some mushrooms and we should watch it.
No, this is just the record, dude. We could probably listen to it on fucking
YouTube
or something.
Yeah, but it's the experience of doing drugs and
No.
opening it and
You want
listening to
something more
The
authentic.
record,
Yeah,
the record
that's what
is
we're
way
all about.
the record is way too valuable for me to open it. Unfortunately,
Boring.
I'm like
Boring.
Indiana Jones bringing the relic to its final home.
No, I gotta live. Why are you talking about it like a hobbit?
Oh,
Oh no. Hey, are you from Canada, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell a little bit. I
Yep.
was just like, this guy sounds Canadian.
Ottawa.
yeah.
Awesome.
But how long have you been in LA now?
15
You're a
years.
Senators fan?
Oh, okay.
No, not a sports fan.
Okay, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm
Never,
just
it never did to
showing
me.
off my hockey acumen.
Yeah, no, noted.
Yeah, yeah. They play a lot of hockey there.
Well, the Ottawa.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I remember when they expanded when I was in high school. It
Yeah.
was a big deal. My dad brought me a puck when he was in Canada.
Yeah, there was nothing, and then one day there was the Senators.
Yeah.
I will say hockey is like the most least collectible sports category.
Really?
I mean,
This
well,
guy.
you have Wayne Gretzky's rookie.
Wayne Gretzky's panties.
Well, no, I mean you have the Wayne look the Wayne Gretzky rookie is up there with.
But still,
The
it's like
Jordan
not even in the
rookie.
top 10, right? There's so many other
I think
stars.
it's top 10.
Really?
Oh, Gretzky
So
is definitely top.
So is
10.
Gretzky like one of the hottest? I mean, not that I care that much, but is he like a hot hockey card?
I mean, his rookie is just going up and up and up.
Really?
And
Yeah.
he doesn't even hold the record. Like Ovechkin holds the record, I think. Alexander
Yeah, but
holds-
he's just
he
like a
doesn't-
classic.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
what
know
I'm
who.
saying, it
I
doesn't
think
go
like,
by the sports feed. It just goes by the personality. 'Cause
Yeah, I don't.
Gretzky
I
was
don't
much
know
more
who's. I
polarizing.
don't know who's popular now or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
I mean, who's the most popular hockey?
that's what
player
I'm
right
saying.
now?
Like he used to hold the most goals scored record, but I think Alexander Ovechkin beat it out. But it's still like he doesn't have the hottest card. Gretzky's still more of a polarizing hockey character than Ovechkin.
I don't even know.
I never heard of him either.
I don't even know. I can't even say it back to you.
Is this a collectible show or not? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just. But you're right. You're right. Gretzky is still the top guy.
No, I mean
right?
he's like if we just walked we walked outside right now and we walked up to the first person we see,
Yeah.
name any hockey
Hockey
player,
yeah.
they'd say Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
What the, interesting.
I think so. Who are they gonna say? Mario Lemieux?
No, that's what. No, you're right. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely Wayne
You know,
Gretzky.
what's the other guy? Bobby
Bobby Orr.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Go
you
way
know,
back.
I will say at least I feel now. Did you see that there was like a bowling, I don't know how much TV you watch, but there was like a bowling show on Netflix, like about professional bowling,
Oh, like a docu-series?
like
or
a docu-series.
I'm-
Yeah,
I'm totally unaware.
and so I am glad that like Pete Weber is like
Yeah.
he's the greatest, because like there was a time where I was remembered like I wanted to force myself to learn whoever was like the top bowler. Because I was like, you never, or any situation,
Loser.
if you were. Look, I wanted to know some trivia as like an opener
I
in like a
know.
Yeah.
conversation.
I
you know
understand
what I'm saying?
that, and that makes you a
And
loser.
so, yeah, basically, I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Pete Weber.
Yeah, I just thought it was. He's kind of getting his due now. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
Because you even knew who he was.
Yeah, because he's the who do you think you are? I am guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one 10-second clip. He's just forever immortalized. It's awesome.
Who do you think you are?
I am. I want to take bowling lessons. I want to learn how to curve a bowling ball.
Dude, I was on a bowling league.
Could you curve it? Like
Yeah. I had the little grip thing.
Wrist guard?
The little wrist guard. I was like
Nice.
always in the pro shop, like between playing Mortal Kombat and
Heck yeah.
getting my ball waxed. Because like as a kid, right? Like, do you remember those? They probably still have them, but like any bowling alley in the pro shop, they'd have like the ball waxer
That's
machine,
right. That's
and it
right.
was so huge. And it's like I remember but you can't like get it waxed. But then you realize like the one thing I didn't realize till recently, and you two may or may not know this, but if you watch the Netflix, you would know, is that every day or at least every day or every tournament, they change the lanes, the way that they like oil it or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it's like a whole thing where it must be for the tournament, because a lot of these bowlers were like practicing at the alley like for a week before or something, so they could figure out how to throw the ball to match. And I was like, I didn't realize that. I was like, that actually makes bowling like way more skillful than you could ever
So
think.
the lanes aren't consistent?
No,
from
they're
one
not
tournament?
consistently waxed. They like wax them differently, so you have to adjust the way that you throw the ball.
And they do that on purpose.
They do that on purpose.
The wax is different. They don't do it consistently
Well,
on purpose.
yeah, well, because if it was consistent, like also they would just be like throw. I mean, they're almost constantly throwing strikes as it is.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's like
you
golf.
know,
It's like golf, changing where the hole is.
yeah.
You
I guess.
you ever deal in vintage bowling balls? Is there a market there?
It's too heavy.
I did once have one of the mystery men, like one of the actual like
Oh, gosh.
prop ones.
crazy.
Oh, okay.
The
You need
ball
the-
with the skull in it.
Okay.
Remember that movie?
You need the Bill
Yeah.
Murray kingpin with the rose.
Yeah. I had like
Did
a
you sell it?
I sold it.
Good price?
I mean, I made money, but I don't know. It was kind of like a quick flip.
Sell it as a screen used prop?
No, I sold it to this one dude. This guy, actually, I sold it to this guy, Sean Witherspoon.
Ben Stiller's balls.
Witherspoon. I sold it to this dude. Is like he used to have like a vintage shop on Melrose.
Fairfax. No.
But
What about
Close
marbles?
enough.
You ever deal in marbles?
no, but you know, I almost though. Okay, so with marbles, one of the most important things that people don't know
Marbles.
about if you're selling them is you have to know the weight of the marble. It's really important.
Really?
And the value.
So there must be a market for that, though. There must be marble fanatics, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's marbles that go for like thousands and thousands of dollars. It's like anything. I mean, it's not. It's probably not as big as a category as it once was because the people who grew up playing with marbles, like, you know, are unfortunately, you know, it's like every day we
We lose more every day.
we lose more. Yeah, we lose more marbles every day.
I mean, marbles were a part of my childhood. We always
Sure.
had like the soft cloth bag.
Oh yeah.
And you know, even the shittiest marble looks really cool if you get up close to it.
Yeah.
And then there were a few that were like, "Whoa, that's
like-
special. That's special."
That was
Dude.
before color TV. Like, I love these marbles. Look at the colors in these marbles.
That's pretty good. Oh, sorry. Speaking of marbles, yeah, no, there are some. I was gonna say, when you go home tonight, because the first thing the first thing you should do is type marble in eBay, check highest sold listings, and you will see marbles that have sold for thousands of dollars.
I'd be
And
curious to
you'll-
see that. It's never crossed my mind until right
and,
now.
and you'll be kind of amazed, and you'll wonder, and then you'll wonder why that marble and how you even know, because like, you know, you go to like a flea market or something, and it's like you see marbles, but maybe that's the thing, right? It's like you have to train yourself as like a marble hunter.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, by the glass and
The weight.
yeah, you're feeling
That makes
it.
sense because even in the game, the whole point is to knock it out. If it's heavier, then it's harder
Yeah.
to knock out.
Yeah.
So.
You guys ever drop into the Glendale show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
Big fans of Jim.
we had Jim Malley on as
Okay.
a guest, who's the curator.
Oh,
of
is
the
he?
show.
Love that
Yeah.
show.
I've only been once, and I was in
Yeah.
heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It was like, this is the designer con that I
Yeah.
want.
oh, dude.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found a KFC ashtray.
that's-
I'm
like
so
from
into.
China.
I'm just anything to do with like old advertising, and like, you know, logos,
Yeah.
store
Oh, dude.
mascots.
Yeah.
I am there.
No, in that place, I mean, just probably the one time. I mean, imagine what you haven't seen.
I know.
You know, I mean, there are times when I've walked in there and it's.
I've
like
gone on
the most-
Sunday, like, or you know, day 2 halfway through. Imagine what
Right.
was morning day 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Stuff's
just like
gone.
the stuff that people have walked in with at times, like like old animatronic
Yeah.
pieces or
Supermarket ride, kitty rides.
kitty rides, like crazy displays.
Do you deal there or just attend?
I've dealt once, and so now I mostly just attend.
Mm.
You know, I don't.
And are you grabbing things left and right, or are you like kind of
No,
like me?
no, I'm keeping it pretty.
Yeah.
Because I'm dealing more in paper and
Yeah.
and you know, photography and ephemera. So I'm not buying as many objects unless it's something that I'm just gonna like put on my shelf. Or, you know, obviously if I walk past and see like a Mitten Box Bionic Sasquatch or something,
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna.
I think I saw one in here.
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
I have a regular.
There it
one.
is, yeah.
Regular, but not. I did have, dude. I had a beautiful one that I sold years ago. I got it in Japan for like nothing, and then I went one day. I was like, I wonder what these are going for, and it was like they were going for like $2,000.
Oh no shit.
And I was like, I think I got like 1,800 or something for mine, and then I just found one because I was like, like if you notice, I don't have a lot of things in here in the package because I've, even though I've been in here a while, I've moved so much just over the years that I feel like every time I moved, something that was in a package would get like some messed up somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just don't want to collect like that. I just, I just want to enjoy the stuff, and I don't want to like be the guy that's like, oh, I have all this stuff and it's in like 8 different storage units,
Yeah.
Or the dream of like, oh, one day I'll have a big house and I will decorate it with all the stuff that I've collected. And
That's me and my wife about like our posters. Like someday we can hang our posters up.
yeah.
Someday.
Well, and and so it's like, it's one of those things too, where it's like, I do know people that have, like a buddy of mine in, that was living in Baltimore, like him and his wife just bought like a cigar factory in like, Pennsylvania, in like the Dutch, just like in the country, and like now he like can display all his crazy shit, and so there are some people that get to do, but then I think it's like one of those things where you have to, I think about it a lot, and I'm like, okay, we're like, so am I just gonna keep on like hoarding stuff for this like magical time, and where that I'm gonna have enough space, or can I just like try to enjoy the stuff I own and also not be like so attached to it that like I can't let it go? Because I mean, that's the other thing, is when you start dealing and you start doing estates and all these other things, you realize like, oh man, like it's like when it's over, it's like, you don't have any of your crap anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So
being that you brought up Japan, so the first time that I went to Japan was probably the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I went to, it was probably 2000 or maybe it was 99. I can't remember. But I went to the Nakano Mall.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I think I was there an entire day, like trying to go through every glass case. And I was just like, this was the ultimate, like gorgeous, like things that you didn't even know existed right there in front of you. It was amazing. I bought a lot of stuff, but I went back kind of recently, about like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And I went back to the Nakano Mall, and it was shocking how a lot of the stores had closed. But my point is this: a lot of the ones that were still there, they were still great. It was still cool. But like, because I was born in the early 70s, my era is no longer in these shops at all. They were when I went 20 years ago. It was like Microman, because like in the 70s, Micronauts were massive in Canada. I mean, they were like, Star Wars was #1, and Micronauts were like right beside them. And I was all about Micronauts. Were you ever into that line?
It was never accessible to me.
Wasn't, right? But
no.
But you're familiar with it?
Oh, totally, yeah.
We're a little young for that. We just missed it.
I totally know, and I also know
it
wasn't as big in the U.S., but it was huge in Canada and Italy for some weird reason.
Okay.
And there's a lot of Italian variants too. But so I was all about Micronauts, and I still have my childhood Micronauts.
Gotcha.
I don't really rebuy them because they're either really expensive, or I just don't feel like I've got the original. The foot's missing, but it's mine for when I was a kid.
Right.
So yeah, when I went to Japan the first time, Micronauts came from Microman. It was like a license thing, and it was just things I'd never even heard of. Just like all these other characters and figures and it was gorgeous. But now when I go back, there's like just nothing that's familiar to me. It's a lot of stuff, that, like versions of what you would have here, but like all, it seemed like it was all new, is my point.
Yeah, no, that it's definitely,
Retro.
it's definitely, I mean, I forget, like the 90s, or that's like 20 years ago now.
I forget it too.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm like, this stuff's going to be
30, sir.
like, it was old then.
Oh, 30?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh,
But it kind of blew me away, because like I thought, I mean, it's dumb to think, but it's going to be just as good this time, or just as wild. And when I went in, the stuff's 30 years old, but that's new to me.
Let me, we're going to.
It feels new.
It's crazy. That's been an hour, but I was going to say one more thing about that. Yeah. Dude, I ended up kind of crazily, I ended up going there for years, like at least twice a year. And then before COVID, I was going sometimes like 4 and 5 times a year.
Whoa.
And I was spent like, I'd have a whole schedule where like I'd spend a whole day at Nakano.
Was it always buying trips?
It was buying and selling.
Okay. Oh, buying and selling.
Buying and selling, yeah.
Any Mishka business in there?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of would, yeah, I mean, but like, I guess, yeah, it was years, it was all for Mishka business. The last few years, it was like, we still had the store and I was like, would go and visit, but it wasn't like that big of a deal if even we had a meeting with our distributor. Dude, Nakano, it's funny though, because like I went there for years looking at toys, and then when like I started looking for books and like paper, it was like a whole new world.
I went into one of their bookshops on the last trip.
Oh, yeah.
A bookshop in that mall,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. And there's a record store in there called Shop Nakano.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that
my
guy.
God, it was a revelation. It was like my record. It was like all new wave and like synth pop. Anyways,
No, dude, I mean that's the last thing. That was another thing that I missed out. Was like I didn't realize like how good like record digging was there, and I just wish over the years I would have just like, I could have piecemealed like a little collection together. I never did it. But anyways, dude, that was awesome to have you on. We'll plug all
nice talking to you
Thank
guys.
you.
I can't believe it's been an
Major
hour
Mike.
either. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we'll put all the info in
My links.
all your
Yeah.
links in
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Sleepy Weepy.
So
Coming soon.
Yeah. So thanks. Another one in the books.
Yeah. What we got coming up this weekend?
SDCC. I'm not going.
Nor am I.
And then Sunday is Pierce College. Torrance.
Well, are we at the end of the month already?
Yeah. Oh, and remember Potter and Potter, PotterAuctions.com. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Peace out, guys. Peace.